Welcome to Video 5, the impact of inner child wounds on relationships. In our previous videos, we explored the concept of inner child wounds and how they can shape our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Today, we'll discuss how these wounds can affect our relationships, including romantic relationships, friendships, and family dynamics. Romantic relationships. Inner child wounds can significantly impact our romantic relationships. Here are some ways in which these wounds can manifest. Fear of abandonment. If you've experienced abandonment or rejection in your past, you may struggle with feelings of insecurity or anxiety in your relationships. You may become overly attached or clingy, or conversely, you may push partners away to avoid getting hurt. Difficulty with intimacy. Inner child wounds can make it challenging to form intimate connections with others. You may struggle with trust, vulnerability, or emotional expression, which can lead to feelings of disconnection or isolation in your relationships. People-pleasing. If you've learned to people-please as a way to avoid rejection or abandonment, you may attract partners who take advantage of your need to please. This can lead to unhealthy dynamics and feelings of resentment or burnout. Unrealistic expectations. Inner child wounds can lead to unrealistic expectations about relationships. You may idealize partners or relationships, which can lead to disappointment or disillusionment when reality sets in. Fear of commitment. If you've experienced trauma or abandonment in past relationships, you may fear commitment or intimacy. You may struggle with feelings of being trapped or suffocated in relationships. Attracting unhealthy partners. Inner child wounds can lead to attracting partners who are unhealthy or toxic. You may be drawn to partners who are critical, abusive, or dismissive, which can perpetuate feelings of low self-worth or anxiety. Difficulty with emotional regulation. Inner child wounds can make it challenging to regulate emotions in relationships. You may struggle with mood swings, anger, or anxiety, which can lead to conflict or feelings of overwhelm. Lack of self-worth. Inner child wounds can lead to feelings of low self-worth or inadequacy in relationships. You may struggle with feelings of not being good enough or that you're lucky to have a partner. Sabotaging relationships. Inner child wounds can lead to sabotaging relationships due to fear of hurt or rejection. You may push partners away or engage in self-destructive behaviors to avoid feelings of vulnerability. Friendships. Inner child wounds can also impact our friendships. Here are some ways in which these wounds can manifest. Difficulty setting boundaries. If you've experienced emotional or physical abuse, you may struggle with setting healthy boundaries in your friendships. You may overcommit or people-please, which can lead to burnout or resentment. Fear of rejection. Inner child wounds can make it challenging to form deep connections with others. You may fear rejection or abandonment, which can lead to superficial relationships or a lack of meaningful connections. Unhealthy comparisons. If you've experienced criticism or comparison in your past, you may struggle with unhealthy comparisons in your friendships. You may feel like you're not good enough or that others are more successful or talented. Lack of trust. Inner child wounds can make it challenging to trust others. You may struggle with feelings of betrayal or abandonment, which can lead to difficulties in forming and maintaining healthy friendships. Overly dependent on others. Inner child wounds can lead to becoming overly dependent on others for emotional validation. You may struggle with feelings of insecurity or anxiety when you're not in contact with friends. Difficulty with assertiveness. Inner child wounds can make it challenging to assert yourself in friendships. You may struggle with expressing your needs or feelings, which can lead to feelings of resentment or frustration. Attracting toxic friends. Inner child wounds can lead to attracting friends who are toxic or unhealthy. You may be drawn to friends who are critical, manipulative, or dismissive, which can perpetuate feelings of low self-worth or anxiety. Fear of being alone. Inner child wounds can lead to a fear of being alone. You may struggle with feelings of loneliness or isolation, which can lead to clingy or overly dependent behavior in friendships. Family dynamics. Inner child wounds can significantly impact our family dynamics. Here are some ways in which these wounds can manifest. Unhealthy patterns. Inner child wounds can lead to unhealthy patterns in family relationships. You may attract family members who are critical, abusive, or dismissive, which can perpetuate feelings of low self-worth or anxiety. Difficulty with emotional expression. Inner child wounds can make it challenging to express emotions in a healthy way. You may struggle with assertiveness, boundary setting, or emotional regulation, which can lead to conflict or feelings of resentment in family relationships. Enmeshment or disconnection. Inner child wounds can lead to enmeshment or disconnection in family relationships. You may become overly enmeshed with family members, which can lead to a lack of boundaries or autonomy. Conversely, you may disconnect from family members to avoid feelings of hurt or rejection. Unresolved conflicts. Inner child wounds can lead to unresolved conflicts in family relationships. You may struggle with forgiveness, anger, or resentment, which can perpetuate unhealthy dynamics and feelings of hurt or betrayal. Role confusion. Inner child wounds can lead to role confusion in family relationships. You may struggle with feeling like a child or a parent in your family, which can lead to confusion or conflict. Lack of emotional support. Inner child wounds can lead to a lack of emotional support in family relationships. You may feel like you're not being heard or validated, which can perpetuate feelings of low self-worth or anxiety. Difficulty with boundaries. Inner child wounds can make it challenging to set healthy boundaries in family relationships. You may struggle with saying no or asserting your needs, which can lead to feelings of resentment or burnout. Repeating patterns. Inner child wounds can lead to repeating patterns in family relationships. You may attract family members who are similar to those who hurt you in the past, which can perpetuate unhealthy dynamics and feelings of hurt or betrayal. Fear of abandonment. Inner child wounds can lead to a fear of abandonment in family relationships. You may struggle with feelings of insecurity or anxiety, which can lead to clingy or overly dependent behavior. Difficulty with forgiveness. Inner child wounds can make it challenging to forgive family members who have hurt you. You may struggle with feelings of anger or resentment, which can perpetuate unhealthy dynamics and feelings of hurt or betrayal. Healing and recovery. Healing and recovery from inner child wounds in all relationship dynamics require self-awareness, self-compassion, and a willingness to confront and work through painful experiences. Here are some strategies for healing and recovery. Self-reflection. Take time to reflect on your inner child wounds and how they impact your family relationships. Identify patterns, emotions, and behaviors that may be contributing to unhealthy dynamics. Boundary setting. Learn to set healthy boundaries in your family relationships. Practice assertiveness, emotional regulation, and self-care to maintain healthy dynamics and protect your emotional well-being. Seeking support. Seek support from trusted friends, family members, or mental health professionals. Sharing your experiences and emotions with others can help you process and heal from inner child wounds. Self-compassion. Practice self-compassion and self-forgiveness. Treat yourself with kindness, understanding, and patience as you work through painful experiences and emotions. Family therapy. Consider family therapy to work through unhealthy dynamics and develop healthier communication patterns. Emotional regulation. Learn to regulate your emotions in family relationships. Practice mindfulness, deep breathing, or other techniques to manage stress and anxiety. Forgiveness. Work towards forgiveness, but also prioritize your own emotional well-being. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or condoning hurtful behavior, but rather releasing the negative emotions associated with the experience. Conclusion. Inner child wounds can significantly impact our relationships, including romantic relationships, friendships, and family dynamics. By acknowledging and working through these wounds, we can develop greater self-awareness, self-compassion, and emotional regulation. This can lead to healthier, more fulfilling relationships and a greater sense of overall well-being. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you've gained valuable insights into how inner child wounds can impact your relationships. Remember, healing is a journey, and it's okay to take it one step at a time. What's next? In our next video, we'll explore topics related to recognizing your inner child. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Take care of yourself and prioritize your healing journey. Until next time, stay curious and keep growing.